all of the data that Power Query is pulling into itself go into what's known as Power Pivot. And this is probably the biggest technical increase in Excel's capabilities. In the past, Excel was limited to a much smaller number of rows of data. With Power Pivot, it's as if someone dropped a tiny SQL database inside Excel itself to give you lightning fast analytics and computations on the actual data that you're pulling. This extends beyond one data source. So you could link up two public data sources and a private data source. You could have three different types of private data sources all held together by a single identity key. Regardless of how you model it, all of that can be done on the back end, again, to save you time so that instead of having to use additional tool sets, you can live where most business intelligence users live, within Excel itself. Once you've built up a model, and that doesn't have to be that complex, and you've consumed the data, the next item is how you're actually going to deliver insights. And this is probably, I would say, one of the most challenging parts of business intelligence, which is that simply gathering up all the data into one table doesn't instinctively provide you with business insights. You need to have some sort of visualization. Now that could be starting with a table or starting with a chart and having a business analyst look at it and see, oh, I see that the numbers are going up. Let me try and come up with a more compelling visualization of this. You don't have to, be Edward Tufte to build a nice visualization based on the data you have. You just have to make sure that it's easy enough and clear and clean enough that individuals can see what they're trying to do. And the biggest benefit of using Power View, again, another tool within Excel itself, is that it's very easy to build these compelling visualizations without having to become an Excel master. I don't have to learn every single component of Power Pivot to be able to generate a quick chart or a quick pie chart to be able to show off what I'm trying to do. Frequently, what I'll find customers doing is using Power View to build up a bunch of different maps of the data that they have. Once they have those data visualizations, that's in turn what drives the insights. It's very infrequently the other way around, that someone could simply look at a table of data and as if by magic say, oh, I see what we need, our business is going to crater in the fourth quarter. Instead, they're often building these visualizations, and that's what's providing them with the business insights. So if you don't have these sorts of dashboards in your environment, that's going to be a key win for you right out of the box. Again, included in the cost of Excel Pro Plus 2013. The final component that's the newest component is that if you have data that's geographical, there's a new component called Power Map that can work to show off what those insights are in real time and actually over a time scenario. So you can actually develop interactive videos to be able to show off, here's what the conclusions are. It doesn't have to be something that's a countrywide to provide analysis. It doesn't even have to be on a globe. It could be a map of zip codes. It could be a map of routes that drivers have driven. It could be a list of buildings or potential areas that you want to expand your business. All of those are valid things that the geography-based analysis is going to provide a little bit of additional heft to being able to generate that visualization. If you don't have geographical data, certainly this isn't going to be your cup of tea, but what I found when I've chatted with customers is a lot of organizations have geographical data in some respect. They're just not using it right now. So even if you're a small business and you only have 50 people working for you, look at your customers. Say, hey, where are my customers coming from? Where are my customers looking to, obtain new services? Maybe if they're not looking at me specifically, maybe they're also looking at competitors. And those competitors have a geographic component to them. Maybe I can map those out. So there are lots of different ways to build up that visualization for customers and yourself to take advantage of.